Alrighty, my friends, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. My name's Austin Robinson with Accounting 6650. Super excited to be doing my second presentation today. The one that I've decided to do is Case 3.5 Walmart Inventory Shrinkage. Now, this is not the same type of shrinkage that you might see in the Seinfeld episode. If you haven't seen that, look it up on YouTube. It's super funny. The way that we're going to get this going, though, is we are going to jump into an introduction, then we're just going to answer the case question. So the story really revolves around a manager named Shane O'Hara, who is transferred to the Atomic City, Idaho Walmart store from his supervisor, who's the regional store manager. His name's Cook. Transfers in there to stop what is called shrinkage, which are assets that are being lost or stolen at the store. You know, last year it had somewhere around $2 million worth of assets stolen, so he was put into this position to stop that. Immediately upon getting there, he starts to tighten up all the controls. He also hires an asset loss prevention manager, which he was hoping was going to clear things up. Well, there was an audit that was done that showed that they had gone from $800,000 worth of assets lost the previous year to $80,000, which is a significant difference. It was more than he was expecting. Definitely raised a few eyebrows. Cook immediately called Shane and informed him that he was going to be put under investigation because the numbers looked like they had been doctored from within the store, and that Shane was going to be put on administrative leave with pay. Shane knew that this was incorrect, that the numbers had been doctored some other way, maybe from up above him, and went looking for answers, talked to another store manager. The other store manager told him that this type of fraud had been done in the past, and that she had evidence to show that it's absolutely something that could be happening in this case. So now Shane's left, trying to figure out what he should do. So let's go ahead and look into some of the questions. Who are the stakeholders in this case, and what are the ethical issues? So definitely stakeholders would be Shane, 40 store employees that work underneath him, the executives, including Cook, as well as Walmart overall. Ethical issue-wise, we're looking for sure at character and leadership. If Shane doesn't get this figured out, his character could be tarnished, as well as his leadership with the people that work under him definitely tarnished. They may not trust him. Integrity, going back to trust, same type of thing. He may not have anybody trust him after this incident if he doesn't do anything about it. And then employee perception of ethics. If the employees view him as somebody who's unethical, they may not feel any need to be ethical either if they believe that he is unethical. So they could end up stealing things or just doing things fraudulently that could affect the store for years. So, this is something that he needs to take seriously and really resolve. Let's go ahead and look at the next question. What would you do next and why? Consider the following in crafting your response. How would the organization culture at Walmart influence your actions? Well, Walmart has some key values that I think that he should focus on, which are service to the customer, respect to the individual, strive for excellence, and act with integrity. I think he ought to focus on the last two, striving for excellence and acting with integrity. In order to be a good manager, he needs to face this head on, as well as do the right thing, because it does matter what he chooses to do, because his employees are going to take similar actions in their own dealings. So this is something that he needs to take care of as a manager, and be brave about. What do you need to say to whom and in what sequence? Well, he's already spoken with Cook, and Cook may be directly involved in this. It sounds like maybe the next option is to go above Cook to his supervisor, kind of jump over. Or, I think the best option overall is that Walmart has a great, fraud hotline that he can call into with their HR department. Being that they're a corporate store, that's his first, his first option, or it should be. He really should call into the HR hotline and report his findings, as well as get that other store manager involved. It's much easier to do these things with more people, and they can definitely do it together and fight through these accusations. Next part was, what are the reasons and rationalizations you are likely to hear from those who would try to detract from your goal? So definitely the person we're looking at is Cook. He could definitely say that people are going to lose their jobs if this goes through, or the store could close. Compensation could be a thing. He is owed the money. Materiality, same thing. It's just a few dollars. Who cares? I want my bonus. It's standard practice. This has been done in the past. You just need to roll with it. so we can all get paid. And he could just say it's an isolated incident. It's only going to happen once, which we know that's not true because Shane's already talked to another manager and he knows that that's not true. Last question is how can you counteract those pressures? He definitely just needs to tell Cook that he's not comfortable reporting those numbers and that the fraud needs to stop here. He needs to go to HR. So overall, I think that that's what needs to happen. Shane is in a predicament, but he needs to be brave. He needs to be honest and go forward and really just talk to HR. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Have a wonderful day.